It's been the SAC, the NECC, and now it's the ACAC's turn.
The game of the week is bringing you all the way down to Bern.
Adams Central takes on South Adams County, bragging rights on the line.
The highlight zone is next. It's gonna be a real good time.
You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
Throughout the community creates a lot of pressure between people from Monroe and people from Bern.
That would be a fun to get the crown of Adams County.
From the start of the year, we're thinking AC, and when it gets game time, it's just, you just think about beating them the whole time.
It brings everybody together on Friday night.
Team's fans will be up cheering the whole game.
I think it's gonna be live in Bern.
Whether you're Jane Fonda, Billy Blank, Sean T, or Bernie Sanders tonight in Week 6, we're feeling the burn. Adams County taking center stage in a game that could shape the ACAC title race. Jessica Starbird spent the night in Bern. She joins us with your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Jessica.
Tonight at Starfire Field, fans finding out who is the top dog in Adams County. Both the Jets and Starfires beat Belmont, so the winner tonight earning county supremacy as well as a key conference victory. Adams Central at South Adams. It's your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Adams Central undefeated and ranked 5th in the 1A state poll. South Adams 4-1, ranked 19th in 2A. Both teams 2-0 in the conference in first quarter. Get a little QB on QB crime as Andrew Hammond picks off Marcus Teeter, bringing this one up to the 27-yard line. And then the Flying Jets, they are going to run with the jet sweep. That's sophomore Logan Macklin with the ball, and he takes it from there. 83 yards on the touchdown run, and Adams Central on the board in a big way, up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, South Adams going to try to get something going, but Teeter is picked off again, this time by Tyler LaFontaine, who takes it in for the pick six. AC now up 14-0. And once the Flying Jets take off, they cannot be stopped. Drew Holt, one of his 2 in the first half. AC up 28-0. But South Adams going to avoid the shutout. Joe Stuber from 24 yards out, but it's AC up 28-7 at half in the third. Schultz getting right back to work. No stopping this 240-pound freight train. 128 yards on 21 carries and 3 scores for Schultz tonight. But the Flying Jets defense deserving a little credit here. 4th down. Check out Jance Blackburn coming up with the monster hit. Starfire score late, but too little too late as Adams Central wins 45-14 to stay undefeated this season.
Our coach wanted us to be great, and I think we came out and proved that we're a good football team. South Adams they were good. Their running backs were good, but we stuck to it and held them.
To carry on the momentum, we just have to stay focused and not get in over our heads. We have to not take the next few weeks lightly and just build up, keep working hard at practice, build up for week 9.
We always try to go one game at a time. We know we have Southern Wells and Bluffton to prepare for, which we're going to do. But yeah, there is a date in a few weeks with Woodland, and they're marking that calendar too. But we have to play each week and continue to get better. I still don't think we played our perfect game yet, so we got a lot of things to work on.
Pretty good stuff tonight, though. Next up, Adams Central hosts Southern Wells, while South Adams travels to Jay County. Glenn, back to you.
Thank you, Jessica. Coach mentioned Woodland. How about traveling to Jay County for this one? Woodland undefeated, ranked 2nd in the 2A state poll. The Warriors squaring off with the Pats in Portland first quarter. That's Justin Durkis with the first down. Later, it's Jordan Delagrange capping the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. He had 2 TDs on the ground. 7-zip Woodland there. Jay County, on 4th down, they go for it. Donald Garant having a great year as a wide receiver. You saw him stop it on defense, though, there. And Durkis to Alon Howard for the touchdown. Durkis 161 and a touchdown passing as Woodland beats Jay County 40-7. In the SAC, a house divided at Zollner Stadium. Concordia and Bishop Dwenger. Saints ranked 3rd in 4A. Cadets 14th in 3A. Third quarter, Concordia up 14-7. Ranked Pechelny with a 4-yard touchdown run. B-Pod making it 13-14. Still in the third. Peter Morrison, they call him the nervous banker because he is dropping dimes. 28 yards to Kamari Anderson-Drew. It's 21-14, Concordia in the lead. they weren't done. Here in the fourth, Morrison, he had 283 yards passing. Big gain right here to Mark Mallers, who's really burst onto the scene this season. He gets down to the 4-yard line. Then later on the drive, it's Morrison keeping it. Is he in? Referee says yes. Touchdown, Concordia. Cadets up 28-14. Dwenger down, not out. Pichelny to Nick Houck. He plays judge, jury, and executioner, sentenced to a 20-yard touchdown. 28-21 with 5 minutes left, but then it's everyone's favorite play, victory formation. Concordia had dropped 12 straight to Dwenger. They've had so many close ones, but they win this one 28-21.
I mean, it's huge for us. I mean, we had this belief in us all along, but I mean, I think this just shows everyone else, like, kind of makes them believe too, along with us. It's just a huge confidence booster. I mean, playing up against a team like Dwenger that's really good, they got really good defense, you know. I mean, it just gives us confidence going forward.
We really stressed. I mean, we get off to good starts this year, but we stressed trying to finish the game. And tonight, I think we did that. I mean, Bishop Dwenger is a great team, and it's an honor to beat a team like that. Obviously, we don't do it very often. So, I mean, we're proud of our kids.
Great win for Concordia. Dwenger at Lures next week. Concordia hosting Wayne. How about at Wayne Manor? The Generals hosting Snyder this week. Top-ranked Panthers, the lone undefeated team in the SAC. DeAndre Collins-Jones looking and finding John Allen with the touchdown catch, but Snyder leads 24-13 in the second quarter. Still in the second, Michael Halpert, the quarterback for the Snyder Panthers, with the rushing touchdown there. It's a 30-13 ball game. Later, we talk a lot about that Snyder D. There's a reason why. Austin France, right place, right time, making a play. He gets the pick right there as Snyder gets possession back. And then Jordan Gorman in the middle of the field making things happen as Snyder goes to 6-0 with a 54-25 win at Wayne. Up at Carroll, the Chargers coming off that impressive 36-21 win last week over Dwenger, hosting that Southside team tonight, looking for win number 1. Second quarter, Carroll already up 42-6. It's Dennis Johnson, got a lot of experience at that quarterback position for the Archers, 42-14 at that point. Ian Miller to Marshall Pranger here. It's a 10-yard touchdown pass, 48-14, Chargers in the lead. And then it's Ian Miller again, using the power of the Windex, finding Justin Becker, one of the top receivers in the area. 62-28, Carroll over Southside. Let's move on to Northside battling Homestead. Spartans looking to shake off a rare 2-game losing skid. Opening kick, this is a good way to do it. Jordan Presley takes this one 81 yards. You can follow him on Twitter at @JManPrez. And I say follow him because, well, Northside defense followed him into the end zone. Touchdown. Just 15 seconds into the game, 7-zip. Presley again in the first quarter, bouncing to the outside. It's a 14-zip Homestead lead. Presley had 97 yards and 3 touchdowns. That was just running the football. Here's Presley in the second quarter doing what he does, finding pay dirt a little bit later. Jaya Wright, what a job this guy has done, filling in for Drew Kazai this season, the junior, making things happen with his feet. He had 103 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns, including that one, as Homestead blanks Northside 48-0. Last stop in the SAC, Lewis grad and Ohio State receiver. Hey, our buddy Austin Mack at Lewis Northrop. He likes offense. He was in the right place. First quarter, Jalen Charlton up the gut. 24 yards there. He had 21 carries for 287 yards and 5 TDs, 7-zip Lewis. Northrop right back. That's the big house. Antoine Washington Jr. with a 3-yard score. Knots it at 7-all. Now after a short TD from Ty Hambright, how about this? A long one from Mr. Charlton. As we mentioned again, 287 yards, 67 coming right there. It's 21-7 Lures. We're still in the first. Later in the first, Garrett Shane, a little pump fake, and then finds Jalen Royal, and Royal says, king me. He goes 64 yards. Shanley, 23 of 40, 458 yards, 4 touchdowns, but it's Lures winning an offensive shootout, 63-49. Week 6 is now in the books for the SAC and the ACAC, but we got plenty of Northeast 8 action just ahead. We're talking 12th-ranked East Noble looking to stay unbeaten in conference as they take on the Norwell Knights. You got 7th-ranked New Haven trying to do the same thing on the road against Columbia City, and Eastside looking to stay atop the NECC. All that and trips to Belmont, DeKalb, West Noble, and Central Noble next in the zone.
Don't say goodnight yet. Stay tuned for more highlights.
What's this?
Oh my goodness, I want to see that. If that voice sounds familiar to Garrett fans, there is a reason why. That was Greg Moe, who coached the Railroaders from 1989 to 97. Now in his first year at Central Noble, you're going to be able to see him mic'd up in full on Wednesday at 6 in our Coach Speak segment. It is going to be an interesting one. Meanwhile, only 2 Northeast 8 teams came into the night undefeated in conference play. We're talking about New Haven and East Noble. Now, East Noble ranked 12th in 4A. Meanwhile, Norwell, led by one of the state's best offensive linemen, number 62 there, Curtis Blackwell, who's going to go to Ball State. Pick it up in the first quarter. East Noble's offense has been humming all season long. Why would tonight be any different? Andrew McCormick to Dylan Hundley, 50 yards on the touchdown pass. Hundley 101 yards receiving with 6 catches tonight, 7-zip Knights. Now 9-zip after a safety. McCormick to Justin Galvez, 15-yard touchdown pass, 16-zip East Noble. And then you're going to see McCormick again looking for Mr. Galvez. Ring the bell. 17 of 19 passing for McCormick, 269, 6 touchdowns. East Noble over Norwell, 64-7. At Columbia City, New Haven looking to stay undefeated in conference. Bulldogs ranked 7th in this week's 4A state poll. First quarter action, New Haven driving, but Ethan Kristen gets the pick. That's some good defense for those Columbia City Eagles. In the second, New Haven's Keyshawn Moore finding James Gardner, and it is pretty. He's behind the defense to make it 13-zip Dogs. Still in the second, Nishawn Jones bouncing to the outside to make it 20-0. Here's the camera over here. Yeah, we got you, Nishawn. He had a big game, 13 carries, 97 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You saw the first. Here's the second. Jones into the end zone. New Haven big over Columbia City, 46-0 Bulldogs. A down indicator. Leo and Belmont each won a share of the conference title last year. Tonight they were squaring off at the Bob. Early on in the first quarter, it's Trenton Bonner, the first of his 2 touchdowns on the night to make it a 7-zip Leo lead. Belmont's big guy, Caleb Hankinson, taking the pitch here. He had himself a night, 13 carries for $122. Later on the drive, Bucky Gutierrez, 17 carries, 82 yards, had 2 rushing touchdowns. It's a first down for Belmont. Later, it's Leo's Ben Von Gunton, one of the best kickers in the area. 36 yards out, and that had plenty of leg as Leo goes on to beat Belmont 24-14. Final stop in the Northeast State, Huntington North at DeKalb. The Vikes coming off an impressive win against Belmont last week. Fourth quarter is where we pick it up. It's 19-7 DeKalb when Logan Hippensteel with the run right there. And then DeKalb's Peyton Stout looking and finding Alec Brunson. Brunson going up high to make that catch for a first down for the Barons. Later, it's Stout to Colin Goebel. I know Coach Kemp loves Goebel, 26-7 at that point, and then Hunter Jack puts another one on the board for the Barons as DeKalb beats Huntington North 33-7 tonight. Moving on to the NECC Eastside, 14th in this week's 2A state poll. The Blazers hosting Prairie Heights. First quarter action, Connor Dove to Aaron Dean, and Dean is a machine. We're talking 3 catches, 138 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. That one going for 70 yards as Eastside up 13-zip early. Later in the first, Connor Dove to Kizan Gerard. Gerard had himself a night on the ground as well with 8 carries for 112 yards rushing, 19-zip Eastside after that touch. And then, how about Prairie Heights? They got some talent too. Joey Blakely. Joey, don't hurt him. He returns it for a touchdown to get Prairie Heights on the board, but it's simply not enough. Eastside continues their impressive season, 50-20 your final. Key game in the NECC Big Schools Division. Garrett won conference last year. West Noble won it 2 years ago. We picked this one up early in the third. Spencer Schrock beats everybody to the end zone for West Noble. He is in. That cuts Garrett's lead to 22-7. Later in the third, how about that veteran QB, Tanner Burns. For the Garrett Railroaders, he gets in with the QB sneak, and it's 29-7. Garrett still in the lead. Later, in the third. Matter of fact, just 10 seconds left in that third period. We're talking Tanner Burns again with the QB sneak. Gary goes on to beat West Noble by a final of 42-19. Last stop for football tonight, Lakeland at Central Noble. The Cougars on a roll, looking to make it 3 wins in a row. In the first, it's Breon Burgess from Central Noble getting all the way to pay dirt. 7-zip Central Noble out to an early lead. Later in the first, though, how about this? Leighton Yoder breaking through tackles and finding a way into the end zone. Yoder with the touchdown to make it a 7-7 ball game early. Still in the first, this is back and forth early on at least. Jared Cobridge makes the throw, but how about Tanner Ratz with the nice interception? That's good D right there. And then Eli Wallace. You can't have Lakeland highlights without Eli Wallace. This guy's been doing it for a while. Lakeland over West Noble, and this one over Central Noble, I should say, 60-27. We got more highlights, though, including your play of the week coming up next.
We're the Homestead Spartans. You're watching the Highlight Zone, and this is the play of the week.
All right, so normally the play of the week is something that happens offensively, right? Well, this week we change it up thanks to Jance Blackburn. Jance Blackburn with the hit of the year so far. I've been told Jance Blackburn, when he was born, was fed strictly a diet of protein shakes and red meat. I believe it. Grant Mosher said live with us at 6. He thought Adams Central was actually better this year than last year. I thought he was crazy. It wasn't just because of the beard. Well, maybe it was a little bit because of the beard, but he might be right. Adams Central is fierce. Key games next week: Carroll and Homestead, Wenger Lewis, Northrop Snyder, Belmont New Haven, LCC at Woodland, and Wabash at North Miami. That'll do it for this week. We'll see you next Friday night.